All right. So let me just make sure that OBS is, everything is working. Okay, so I can't see the comments, but I've got a little workaround for that. Okay. So that's as small as it goes, and then let's put this one there. All right, so I'm just gonna keep going on this. Last time when we left off, I had listed out the questions, listed out different answers, and then that was it. I still haven't connected the two, so let's get this running. So this is going to be the answer placeholder and the description placeholder. Let's actually connect that first. And this is kind of whack how we're doing it, but I can explain it as we go. There is a lot of latency between the live stream and what's going on, but here's what we'll do. Okay. Is quiz, if it is the quiz, this is answer placeholder, description placeholder. So what I'm gonna do, I think this will work, but it's a little whack. Let me just index bank is quiz. Answer bank is equal to. So now I have the answers imported, and all I'm going to do is answers dot answer bank Okay, so this is where I kind of have to think about it. So if you think of these questions as a binary tree, then depending on how they answer the first question, we're going to know what category they're in. So this is 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 0. Am I missing a question? Apps, web dev, 2D games, 3D games, both. And then okay, so this is kind of cheating, but if you think of it this way, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1. So we're going to use modular arithmetic because as long as we keep this pattern persisting, then you can just keep the loop going and you can track it based on the index you are within the question list. So I'll show you what I mean in a second. The final question is get hired as a developer, make my own games, become a freelance game developer. Okay. And then it has simple coding language to get started. So 0, 1, 2. So I'm actually going to cut this out. Pretty sure there's a way to move it. Not worth it. Okay, I'll figure that out later. Let's get that. And first, let's just get the text appearing. So I'll show you how to do that. Answers, answer bank. And this is going to be at index. Mod 3. Question string. And then this is where we're going to get a little cheeky. Because we can put this answer this is like answer score mod 3. Let me see if I can do it like this. Okay, there should be a way to do it. For now, let's just do this. Oh. Answer 1. Is this right? Check out Unity and learn C#. Okay. Check this out for game design. And so with this, even if I make this 52, let's make it 53. Okay, cool. So check this out for app design, get hired as an actor. Look at that, right? Okay, cool. Just started speaking in tongues. Let's just keep going. Answer score is 0. So that should give me what I need, and then when it's crashing because I'm going out of bounds, right? Yep. So I'm going out of bounds, so let's restart that. Is quiz right now is true. Let's make it false. And we're going to start debugging. Well, I guess just fixing the logic. So, what are you interested in learning? Game design, app design, web design. So, okay, let's take care of this. What are you interested in learning? Game design, app design, web design. And the reason is because let me try it with app design. So what's the score that would make this? So I have the index. The index gives me the question. So this whole modular arithmetic thing only works because we have a small tree. If it had any more branches, we would have to probably traverse the tree, would be the best way to do it. You could actually create a tree as a structure, or you could make it an array, and then there's an equation you can do to find the leaf nodes of a parent node or a branch or whatever it's called in an array. But what you have to do is it has to be a binary search tree, because you have to kind of play with logarithms. So for this one, it doesn't work as well. So good thing it's small. I'll probably have to make a tree if I get it any bigger than this. So let's get started. What are your goals? So the problem is that we're going out of bounds after the final question for each category. So if I say, let me restart this. What are you interested in? I'm interested in game design. 2D, 3D, both. It still crashes, okay. So let's see this. Questions, interested in learning. So this, all right, see ya. So this is how this would work. Thinking I'm sly. Okay, game design. If I click game design, I go to index 1. Then if I say, oh, that's the problem. Okay, so the problem is, since it's yeah, I totally messed this up. My logic only works so that the addition, like moving to the next question, only works if I made 3 different questions for, if I duplicated this 3 times, because each of these right now need to lead to this question. Oh, I know how to do it. Yeah, I'm having to really wrap around my logic. At this point, it might be easier to make a tree, but at least this way I can kind of show you the logic without you having to understand a tree. Okay. So that's to reset, and then this is make it Toto so it's green. Okay. Index. So let's see how I did this. Index times 3 plus 1. So that's for the traversal. But here's how I can fix that. So if the index is equal to 0, we're traversing, guaranteed. Answer score gets updated, no matter what. But you know what I'm going to do? What are you interested in making? What are your game making (2D) make my own 2D games. (3D games). And then what are the answers in game dev? Getting hired. Getting hired as a developer. And now let's get it in the same order. 3D, 2D, Developer 3D, 2D. Developer 3D, 2D. Let's see this one. Freelance developer. Freelance owned developer. Freelance owned developer. So freelance hired own. Freelance hired own. Let's clean that up. Oh. Inclusive 045. Oh, that's from the last thing. And now the logic should work. I just have to check. And then I say else. Okay, this is cool. So else so you toggle is quiz. +2. And then +3. So now let's see, game design, get hired as a developer, boom. Oh. Let's see this. Game design. App. Web. Oh, because it's 0. So you can say index minus equals 1. And I can even make a tutorial explaining that. Okay. Explain plus equals and minus equals. So now let's try to run it again. Game design, hired as a developer. Oh, because I didn't do it in all of them. Hold on. Game design, hired as a developer. Check this out for game design. Get hired as a developer. Game design, make my own. And it's still saying. So that's the final thing. So for anyone wondering what we've done, the way it works, each of these is going to move me to a new index. And so what we've ended up doing is we're tracking the index that it moves it to, because that's the category, right? So if I click this, it's index 1 or index 0. Index 1, and then the equivalent answer is index 0, because you have the 3 different answers, and this is the original question. So this is index 0 for the questions, but these categories, you have game design, app design, web design. Those are going to be the 3 different categories of answers. So I track which one of these I click. So if I click app design, now I'm saving the fact that I'm at index 2. And so when I click this next one, it's going to give me the equivalent headline of app design. And the reason for that is because we are tracking it and then we're dropping it down by 1 index. That's because arrays start at index 0. So 1 becomes 0, and I can show you in this. So this is index 0, which is what are you interested in learning. Game development is index 1. Index 2 is apps. Index 3 is websites. But then in the answer bank, we don't have that original question. So index 1 is game design. Index 2 is app design, and index 3 is web design. So it's pretty much the same structure minus this top one. So you just minus 1 on the index, and then you have a placeholder for the category. So let's go back. And then the final thing we have to do is let me see if I can do it like this. Whoa. Answer. Answer, and then I do the, what did I call it? Answer, and oh, but then that has to be minus 1 also. So let's just do it here, so we don't have to worry about it. Answer, score. Can I do dot? No, I can't. Let's do dot. Let me see if this will work. What's it called? Answer text? Let me see if that runs. Nope. I know there is a way to do it. Let me look into this real quick. Maybe I have to do, no. I can always do it with a counter. And some whack logic, but or like a switch, or I don't know. I'll just figure this out. I know I did it in one of my Udemy courses. Let me check that out. Make sure no one's spamming the chat. Okay, so it doesn't look like you can do that. At least not from anything that I'm seeing. So I guess I can teach you about switch statements. I don't even know if they're in Flutter. They have to be. Okay, so we can't do that. So let's go here. And what we're trying to accomplish is when we're ready to go to the new page, we want a string There's a few different ways we can do this. But the easiest way is this. I'll show you. We have a string called output answer. Is it null safety? What's going on? Okay. So output answer is null. Then all we're going to do is we're going to put output answer there. So what that looks like is, oh, whoops. What that looks like is when I click here, this is going to be output answer. And it's not recompiling for some reason. Oh gosh. Okay, I want to keep that. I need it here. Output answer. And so now the question is, how do we get output answer to equal the answer? Because this is how it looks like right now. I'll show you. Okay, I did something wrong again. Oh, I was totally in the wrong thing anyways. Here we go. That should be right. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, so now that's up there. And that should be good. So when I get to the end, there's nothing there. That's because it's an empty string. So the way we're going to fix that, when we assign logic, this is getting a little crazy, but output answer is going to be equal to answers.answerbank.length, no, index answer 1 dot answer text. Okay, so a little complicated, but what that means is so that it's not empty when we get to the end. Here, I'll show you. If I click the top ones, it gives an answer, but if I click, okay, it's always giving an answer. Let me comment this out real quick. Okay. there's that. So let's restart it. If I do game design, software developer, I get that. If I restart it and I click on 3, it's still empty. So this one right here, only the first answer box right now has been assigned to do this, but the output answer is going to be equal to whatever answer is assigned. And so once I apply that to all of these, and notice we're doing it after the index. That's because we need the accurate index in order to get the right answer. So now when I run it, recompile, let's do the middle for each. Freelance apps. And let's just make sure that's right. So we can go into question bank and say, okay, middle takes us to app design, which is right here. And then middle takes us to make my own apps, which is not accurate. Let me see. To make your own apps. Let me see what happens if I do the third. If it goes out of bounds, then we know. For freelance web dev. Oh, did I use the wrong index? Hold on. I did. So it's not index, it's answer score. Answer score. Let me see if that works. Get hired as a developer. So here we go. Hired as a developer. I'm going to do game design bottom. Oh, that's why. Answer score hasn't been updated yet. So let's do it before the logic. Oh. This one is plus equals. That's not good. I'm glad I found that. Not a big deal, but that would throw off the modular arithmetic. So let's get this. Let's run it, go to the answers, and then let's just do game design, make my own 2D games. Oh. Okay, hold on. Answer score, not index. No, that's fine, sorry. Answer 3, that's what it is. And it is index, I think. We'll see. Answer 1. Here we go. This should be it. I know I've said that every time, but game design, hired as a developer. To get hired as a developer, you should check out Unity. Okay, let's try it again. Game design, make my own 2D games. For 2D games, learn Godot. I call it Godot. Freelance, hired, web design, hired as a web developer. Is that, oh, whoops, hold on. Is that right? Industry standards for all things related to making websites. Okay, so we have the app working. Let me make sure the chat isn't getting spammed. Oh, there was a viewer. But I missed him. What up? Okay. So now it's time to clean it up. So let's open up. I'm going to do a few things. I'll show you my workflow, kind of. So first thing I do when I'm looking for designs is I go to Dribbble. Let's go to inspiration. That's cool. But what I'm looking for is quiz app. And I want mobile. Maybe survey app. So I like this. Let's just duplicate it for now. Keep looking. This would be cool for a binary quiz, because it's just yes, no. But I have multiple options, so it's going to be a little different. Honestly, I could use this and repurpose this as a result screen. But let's just keep looking. I like that. I want something that spans the width because I have a lot of text. But between these two, I'm going to take this quiz page and this results page. So Okay. So I've got this, I've got this. Now let's go into Figma. I'll just steal this one. That was me trying to visualize earlier. Let's get an artboard. iPhone 13. And let's kind of just steal this. So that's how this is, whoops. Something like this. Let's put it a little further. Center it. Let's get pop-ins. I'll say best coding language quiz. And then I need another thing of text. This should be like size 24 and semi-bold. And it's gonna say, what are your goals? We'll see. Let me think about what I like. I'd probably do less shadows, but it's just clean. It's kind of fat. Let's at least get the shape. Oh, that's freaky. Let's change that color. And then it's just an outline, so let's do a black stroke and remove the fill. Does he have an outline? No, he just has the background at a slightly... Yeah, that's Figma. I'm just slowly working through. I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm making a little quiz app for people to figure out which language would be the best for them, which coding language would be the best. And so now that I kind of have the functionality there, I'm going to start playing around with the design and see how nice I can make this look. So I've got two different designs that I'm kind of trying to blend together. I like the question page of this, and I kind of like the results page, the layout of this one. So now I'm just going to kind of see what kind of ideas, what I like best. Feel free to let me know what you're thinking, if you have any suggestions on things to do, or I'm up for suggestions. I want this to kind of be something that I build out with my followers. What is that? Does it? I don't think so. I don't think you can compile in Flutter. I'm just trying to get the design, and then I'll implement it in code. So it's probably going to be a day-long process of me just kind of figuring out what I'm doing. What's the spacing between these elements? 58, like that. Let's do it like that. I don't like how low that is. It's got a lot of white space. It's not compile, it converts it. Let me look into that. That's pretty cool. I've actually never looked into that. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Thanks for letting me know. I may make a video about that. I think that would be something that a lot of people would be interested in. Let's make this, I'll just pick a color for now. That's a cool color. Next. I think something like that. Increase the stroke to like. Okay. Currently learning web design. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Oh. Next. Let's just try that. No. I'm gonna put it here. Let's do like 36. Something like that for now. I actually want to give these a little more space. These need to be 3. So I've seen the plugin to turn it into Flutter, but I've also heard that it's not, like if you already know Flutter, it's not worth it. If you don't know Flutter, it can be helpful. This needs to be bigger. Too big. Okay. Yeah, thanks. I'm just kind of stealing this, and then we'll make a little results. So I want to keep like the same left aligned let me see. How do they do it? They did a center convention with everything. I think I can do something similar. I'm going to take this. I'm going to say game I'll say let's just start with something like this. It's going to drive me insane. Thanks for jumping on the stream. It's always encouraging to have people join. Do like a drop-down menu. Let me kind of think of how I'm gonna work this into. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna do something like this. Hold on, I just had a vision. Attachment style is dismissing, so I'm gonna say for your goals, start with C#. I'm going to try something like this. Then a little dot is nice, but all right, take care. Here's what I think I'm gonna do. Oh, that would be kind of cool. And I'm gonna take this color and I'm gonna dull it out a ton. Let's center this and then center it. Okay. Make this 18. Whoa. Okay. No. That's just a huge difference. Let's try like 26. Oh, you know what? I need this. Um, so with buttons 35, 35, 31, let's do that, and then, whoa, this and this. I've heard for a good drop shadow, you want the blur to be twice the Y, like that. And then the opacity, drop it down to like 10%. No, that looks horrible. But let's see what it looks like at like 10% opacity. No. It's like a weird kind of neumorphism thing. 10, 10. I think this needs a little more space. Oh, I gotta end the stream.